Hi, good afternoon. We're here with Emmanuel from Soft Hive. How you doing, Emmanuel?
I'm very fine, Michael, Mike Moss, or rather.
That's all good,
How you
all good.
doing? Yeah.
I'm good, thank you. So, looking forward to hearing about your experiences. But first, if you would like to give us a little bit of background as to who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for, please.
Oh yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Adeyemo. I currently work as the product manager with Infix, a company based here in the UK. But I also own my own enterprise called Soft Hive. And we've been working, in the technology space for a few years. We started in October 2019. It actually started out of, the passion for, identifying key problems and challenges within the market, and then helping growing startup companies to build unique, unique enterprise, brands for themselves. So we've actually worked with a number of companies, preferably in Nigeria, before I moved down to the UK. Where we've helped a lot of companies, transition their web portals into, more digital portals that can be consumed by exciting new customers. And one of the things that bettered this was the fact that we identified in the markets that a lot of web platforms there are not really intuitive for the new generation, I will call it, because, people's time span of attention is actually low. And, they want to relate to more graphics, than words. So we try to help a number of companies transition to that and build web portals that would, be more attractive to their end customers. Yeah.
Great, thank you for that. So 2019, when you started, we ask everyone we interview about the effects of the pandemic for them on their business. Was a big effort for yourself there?
Yeah, I think 2020 was actually the big year for us, because we were able to service a lot of customers as there was a lot of demand, particularly because of the fact that a lot of companies, SMEs then, were trying to go digital. And a number of them did not have the footprint. So we tried our best to help them. And we actually did a lot of work with a number of companies then, helping them to be able to transition better and, have unique portals or applications that help them to be able to reach out to a lot of customers. So yeah, there were a number of companies that came along. So it was a blessing in disguise, because of the challenges at that point, and the realization for many businesses that they needed to have a digital platform or a digital presence at that level. So it was actually very, very helpful for us. But it's not something that we pray for in terms of the atmosphere of what occurred in 2020, but is for the business, it was actually a good year.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's if you're in that space, the digital space, there was for some people in certain sectors, there was a business advantage to the rate of growth and sales that could come in because of it. Were there any actions you had to take as a business that you needed to adapt to, and then perhaps they've carried on within the business, as in they've turned out to be something of an improvement despite the pandemic?
Yeah, I think we are a very small team. It's just myself, my co-founder, my legal team, and then a few of our developers that really work with us. So we are a very small team. But I think one of the things that we're able to do is also learn through, relationships and partnerships. We understood that partnering with other persons within the sector actually helped us to promote, our business, because we are getting a lot of referrals, on the job, based on the quality of job that we've done for a number of persons. So I think, that's one of the peculiarity for us. Partnership was very, very important. And that has been a very pivotal aspect of our business as well. We don't really, many a times go knocking for businesses, but businesses come to us because of the good work that we've done in the past and referrals, basically. Yeah.
Sure. Great, thank you. So what does the future look like, and what do you see the main challenges are going ahead?
Yeah, I think for us is to scale. Currently, like I said, we're a very small team, and we are looking at 2023 to be that year of scaling. Particularly also probably building finding out, we already have a number of ideas that we've lined up to build solutions to, particularly also looking at the current discussion that has been held globally around the eco-friendly nature of businesses. So that's also one of the mindset that we are also bringing in to businesses that we are trying to help in 2023. But for us is to scale. How can we also build an independent product? Put a product out there that would be solving a unique problem. So that's one of the things that the team is actually also thinking of and actively looking into. How can we solve new problems? How can we identify a particular ecosystem to solve in, and particularly because of the fact that we also recently moved locations, we are also looking at scaling our business in the UK, and across Europe as well, not just within the UK environment. So we are looking at scaling across Europe, finding new customers, finding people that are looking for digital products or are looking to enable themselves with digital platforms, and helping them to scale, basically. Yeah.
Great. Exciting times, as well as the challenge of growth. So in terms of you being a business owner then, and asking you about the biggest lesson that you've learned on your entrepreneurial journey so far, what would that be if there's one that you could share?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think entrepreneurial or entrepreneurship is long suffering. I think you need to be dedicated. The dedication is very important. Also, finding or solving the right problem is also very important, because a lot of times, when you are not solving a problem that really matter, you tend to lose focus, because your attention then is about making the money. But I don't think entrepreneurship is about, should be focused on making revenue or making money. I think it should be focused on value. So what I usually employ entrepreneurs is always focus on the value. So how do you create more value to what you are doing? How do you create more value to your customers? How do you create more value to your immediate environment? And those are the opportunities that those are the value that you are creating in turn you bring you revenue anyway. So the entrepreneurship is long suffering. It takes a lot of dedication and doggedness. As well, I think there's always a place of strategy as well, and you also need to know at what point to be able to push, and at what point to be able to relax. In your business approach or strategy. So I think that is one thing that is those are a few things that are very important to learn as a business owner, because there'll be a lot of times with challenges, but over time you should be able to overcome. Yeah.
Great, thank you for that. Good share. So in terms of advice, and maybe reflective of what you've just mentioned there, that you would give to someone just starting out business, or perhaps meeting yourself at 18 and in hindsight offer some advice in terms of your business journey, what would that be?
The advice would be, just like I said, you'll be looking for the value, So where is the key place that you can, solve a major problem, or where is the key place that you can provide value? I think value, there's a lot of things that comes with, finding value or finding where exactly to provide value. So, as a business person, not just as a business person, as a human being, I think you need to provide value to your immediate environment, and as such, that will provide business return for you as an individual. So if there's one advice to give out to fellow intending business persons or even established business people, would be, because a lot of times in business we tend to lose our eyes or the focus on the value. We tend to delve away on what the initial strategies, and which is why you see a lot of global corporations, after a while, they become scandalous, because of the fact that, the main focus, the main idea has been lost in terms of the value that they are trying to provide. So I think that's the major part, to remain focused on the value, to strategize around the value that you want to provide, and, to go for it. Also, there's no right time to start, a business. It's just for you to start. There'll be a lot of challenges, but it's something that over the years you'll be able to look back on and see why those challenges are, see how those challenges can be solved, and how far you've come.
Yeah, always kind of things there coming to my mind are about having a good, nice, clear sort of vision and mission statement in order to stay true to your original reasons for operating and setting up. Cool, thank you. So what do you use for inspiration to do what you do? It may be the clients, the customers that you work with, your team members, friends, family, or maybe any books or anything like that, or podcasts that you listen to. What do you use for inspiration?
Okay, so for us, I think we are very customer centric. We want to, and I think that's our biggest inspiration. How do we ensure that the customers get the best? Because we are customer centric. Like I said, I think on my LinkedIn is actually very bold. I actually made it very bold. I'm a customer centric person, and I think the entire team as well is. And one of the things that we try to do is to ensure that the customer is deriving value at every single point. So we like to, and I think that's what motivates us to see that we are providing something that is valuable to our customers, and our customers we are actually solving a big problem for them as well. I think that's one of the things that motivates us. And this is not just in any space I find myself. I try to want to make this more profound, and I think that's where I get my motivations from. I think there's also a very good, unique product community on Twitter, which also does give some inspiration. But I think that's majorly where we get our motivation for. The customers, they are the main focus for us, and how can we make them better? Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you for that. And then lastly, is there any latest news around your company that you'd like to share? Perhaps even it's just a website for Soft Hive that we can go to find out a bit more information if we want to talk about what you do.
No, right now we
get in touch with you, or
yeah, sure. You can reach us via our Soft Hive LinkedIn profile, which I'll share at the tail end of the call. Yeah, so the exciting things, like I said, we recently moved to Europe, and we are also trying to pivot here and look at the landscape, which is a bit new to us. And also scale. There'll be a lot of exciting things to come. One of it is us actually coming up with a new product, and thinking actively about the area of the market to really focus on. So that's one of the things to look out for. So sometimes along the line in 2023 or 2024, we should also we should be coming out with a proprietary product to further also not just help us as a business, but to also help our customers.
Excellent. Emmanuel, thank you very much. It's been brilliant talking to you. I hope
Thank
it
you.
goes, continues to go from strength to strength for you. All the best.
Yes, thank you very much, Mike. Yeah, thank you very much for this interview.